G'day folks, Troy Cassar-Daley here. The title of my new book is Things I Carry Around. There's a lot of memories in here, can't wait to share them with you. And here's the song that was inspired by the title. That old diamond knife my grandpa gave to me has worn a hole in 100 pairs of jeans. And this old keychain I should have thrown away by now. Some of the things I carry around, there's a memory in the corner of my mind. Little McConnell broke my heart that time, and how bad it hurt to put old Sammy down. Some of the things I carry around, yeah, we all hold on to certain things, I guess. I got a pocket full of good times and regrets, and I wouldn't be who I am without some of the things I carry around. I told Mom and Dad I'd never drink and drive. The cop said it's a wonder he's alive. Mama cried and Dad said, son, you let me down. Just some of the things I carry around. Yeah, we all hold on to certain things, I guess. I got a pocket full of good times and regrets, and I wouldn't be who I am without some of the things I carry around. There's a picture in my wallet of a girl and two of the prettiest kids in the world. I gotta say, I am really proud of some of the things I carry around. Yeah, I wouldn't be the man I am without some of the things I carry around. I hope you enjoyed the book. All the best. The big difference between the songwriting and the book writing process for me was getting my head around a story that was going to last for a long time. Songs last for 3.5, 4 minutes. This one was going to be a bit longer, and it made you feel like you were living your life in slow motion. And that did my head in for a while. I had to switch roles, stop being a songwriter, and take time. Examining my past was one of the most difficult things I've done in a long time, because I wanted to make sure I told the story like I remembered it, and to get it right takes a lot of brain power. So many photos on the table, remembering things, times where we were, what year it was. Took a while, but it was a challenge worth undertaking. I learned quite a bit about myself in the process of writing this book. I learned that I'm not as patient as I thought I was. I learned that my life is sort of interesting. I never ever thought it was. When I first sat down with a publisher and talked about how interesting this would be to read for the reader, I wasn't very faithful at all to, I didn't think it'd really work. but I thought, you know, this could be okay. I think people probably will be surprised at the way I grew up and what has been revealed in the book. I mean, there are some things I probably will cringe when my kids read them about me, but I think that's part and parcel of being honest, and I've been reasonably honest with them as a dad, and when they're old enough to read it or when they want to read it, they can read it when they like, and I'm hoping they learn a little bit more about what made me what I am. Five favourite songs. Wow. You mean like other people's songs or ones on the record? Or when I started writing songs, I used to always look to Paul Kelly for inspiration all the time, and I'd always think about Gravy as being one of my favourite written songs, and it was one I wished I'd written. But then when I get to the record associated with the book, there's one I've written about the places we used to camp as kids, called Gumbaynga Skies, and that to me is a really personal thing. Another one would be Timber Cutting Man on this record, because I spent a lot of time supplementing the music, living with cutting fence posts, and it was really hard work, but it made me feel I was doing an honest day's work. I didn't feel like I was skimping out. And then there's another one on this record called Country Music's Coming to Town. It's more along the lines of what a Slim Dusty song would sound like, because I toured with Brian Young and Slim Dusty, and I think that the places they showed me in Australia were really important. And it showed me the trouble towns go to when they do have a music event coming to town. They'll even grade the road and stuff, like really special occasion stuff. And I love that song because of that. And then the last one on the record that I really love that I wrote with Paul Kelly, being a fan of Paul's as a young bloke, I used to play To Her Door over and over again. But then you sit across the table from him and start writing a song. We wrote one called Brighter Day for this record, and it's so personal, and it's so much about my Uncle Hoppy in the book, who had such a tragic life. But for someone that I hadn't met, he's had probably 4 or 5 songs written about him after I tell his story, and that makes me happy.